If you're waiting for life to happen, for something to magically fix all your problems, then I have bad news, because nothing is going to change by itself. I believe it was Einstein who said that the definition of madness is to do the same thing over and over again and then expect a different result. In other words, you have to make the change in your life that you want to see, and so do I. And that's why I'm making this video. It's a reminder to myself, and maybe a reminder to someone out there watching, that whatever stage you're at in your life, if you don't like it, if you want it to change, then you have to make that change. And it was only a few years back when I woke up from a dream, you can say, and I just knew that I had to make a change, or else I was going to die, basically. Die in whatever way, spiritually, physically. So yeah, that's just the message for today. Is you can't just wait for life to happen. You can't keep postponing yourself. But the thing is that you might have this realization, and then you think about, oh, I was just reminded about that one thing I have to do, but I don't want to do it. It is going to be difficult no matter what, because change is difficult, because that means you have to get out of your comfort zone and then do something that you don't want. But the alternative to that is being stuck where you are. And if you don't make that change, or if you don't do the thing you know you have to do, or if you don't try to figure out what it is that you have to do, or try to figure out what it is that your problem is, then it won't change. You'll just be stuck in the same patterns. And that pattern might very well be blaming society, blaming your family, blaming your friends, blaming your current job situation, complaining that you don't have enough time to do those extra things. And that might very well be true, that some people in your life or certain circumstances have made it very difficult for you to make a change, or to love yourself, or to do something differently, to do something different than what you're doing right now. But again, I'm sorry to say that blaming others doesn't make any changes. It might be true, but it's not going to make you feel better. It's actually just going to keep you in the mind state of a victim, and that will just, keep you right where you are, waiting for life to happen to you magically. If you're jealous of some people out in the world, and you think they're just lucky, Maybe they had luck in some areas of life where you did. But a person seemingly being happy and productive and living a life that you would like to live, that person has still put in the work. They have still faced fear and doubt and being in difficult situations where they had to take action and also keep doing some work even though they didn't see any progress, they didn't receive any rewards. And for me, I have so many projects right now where the only option I have is to keep going in order to see the fruits of my labor in the very distant future. Because I decided to make that change for myself a few years ago, some years ago. And ever since then, I've been working on those changes. I've changed my life, and now I just have to keep doing it. And I think that's the most difficult thing. Because I used to be one thing, now I'm changing into this other person who I want to be. And it feels right, it feels authentic, it feels true to myself. But it's like a rebirth, you know. It is a rebirth. So even though it's been some years, I'm still a kid. I'm still it just grew up from being a baby in my new identity, in my new life. So I'm just a kid now, and it takes time to truly mature into the person you want to be. But it requires that you acknowledge that you can't just sit around and wait for life to happen. You can't just sit all day scrolling on your phone or watching TV all day. You can't just complain all day. You can't keep doing the same thing and then expect your life to suddenly change all of a sudden. We all have to do this inner work ourselves, well, this soul searching. So yeah, don't wait for life to happen. Start living now. Move in the direction that you want to move in. And don't complain about, don't blame others. That's what I'm trying to say. Because it will actually only hurt you more to focus on the way people make you feel. I say, try to focus on how you make you feel. What can you do to make yourself feel better? In a positive way, in a healing way, in a natural way. How can you listen to yourself? How can I listen to myself? It's times like these when I sit in front of the camera. Because you may be watching this right now, but I'm just me in this room talking to a little box with a camera on it, right? So I have to open up to the universe. I have to open up to myself. I have to listen. I have to let the thoughts flow. And then the answers will come. So every day I try to remind myself not to wait for life to happen. I need to honor the projects that I've started. I need to see them through in order to see the compounding effect. But ultimately, it should all pay off, right? Now, the trick is to do all of that while staying present. And enjoying life, because it's great to, it's actually the point in all of this is to do all these difficult things in order to be able to be present in your own life and be proud of yourself. Create a good relationship with who you are and yourself, right? So that's not going to happen if you just wait. If you just wait all the time, waiting, procrastinating, postponing, making excuses. Because it's not hurting anyone else but yourself. And trust me, I have postponed, I have procrastinated many times in my life. So I'm like you guys. Like I know what it's like, but I've still made a crazy transformation over the past few years. So I'm very proud of myself. And you can be too. It just requires like a mindset change, a new state of mind where you are deserving of progressing in your life. You can sit with your thoughts and try to figure out what's going on. You can do some serious work. You can learn new things. You can read new books. You can start new hobbies, start a new job, start a new career path. You can actually do whatever you want. I just suggest you start today or maybe tomorrow. Just not the day after tomorrow. Start now. Start as soon as you can. Because you will only be grateful that you did it. Yeah. So just a kind reminder to not wait for life to happen to you. Just start now. Start living now. You deserve it. All right. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.